Hello, I'm at home today, but it's time for another one of my stories from the Naughty Stories for Good Boys and Girls collection. So, what I'm going to read you today is a story called The Mad Dentist. One afternoon, Diane Edwards guts down 2 chocolate bars, a bag of chicken crisps, 2 licorice straps, a litre of soft drink, 3 ice creams, 4 packets of Chewies, and a family-sized block of chocolate. The next day, her teeth fell out. It might not surprise you to learn that Diane was a big girl, or that she didn't mind a sweet or two, which was never a problem because Diane always had heaps of money. Her mum and dad worked all the time, so to keep her happy, they gave her $50 a week. She needed love, not money, but what's a girl to do? Poor Diane tried 3 times to tell her mum about her teeth, but she was always too busy to listen. It made Diane cry. When her mother did finally notice, she was really angry. "Serves you right," she said. "All those sweets you eat." Finally, they went to the dentist. Well, that's actually not quite true. Diane went by herself. Her parents were in a rush that day. Diane hated the dentist. She walked along the street to a dark-looking house where he lived. She felt sick and cold and scared. Wouldn't it be nice, thought Diane, to just run away from everything, mum and dad included? Suddenly, there was a kid running straight at her, screaming, "Don't go in! He's mad!" "What?" asked Diane. "The dentist," said the kid. "He's new and he's crazy. My brother says he's just got out the loony bin." And then the kid's mother was running straight at Diane, yelling, "Richard, come back here now! Did you hear me?" But the kid was gone, running as fast as he could. Oh, terrific, thought Diane. What was Diane to do? If she didn't go to the dentist, her mum would kill her. If she did, it sounded as if the dentist would do the same. She went in. Diane had only to look at the dentist to know the kid was right. He had sticky out hair, thick glasses, bits of food in his teeth, and a really loony smile. And he had come to the door with a hammer in his hand. If Diane felt sick before, you can imagine how she felt now. "Now," said the dentist, "your mother told me on the phone you've been a very naughty girl. Too many sweets. Is that right?" Diane felt too nervous to answer. "Well," said the dentist, "let's have a look, shall we?" Not good. Not good at all. You've lost a total of 7 teeth, which leaves 21. Might as well have the lot out and start again. Diane's eyes almost popped out. But what could she do? "Right," said the dentist. "I usually give you an injection for the removal of 21 teeth, but since you've been a naughty girl, nothing. Teach her a lesson were your mother's words." Out of the corner of her eye, Diane could see the dentist smiling as he reached into the cupboard for a huge pair of tooth puller outers. He snapped them closed a couple of times, grinned, and whispered to himself, "Yes." Inside, Diane could feel herself saying a very big "No." It's funny how things happen. Sometimes we only have seconds to make decisions which can change the whole of our lives. And this was one of those times. If that dentist thought he was going near her teeth, Diane decided, he had another thing coming. Diane waited and waited, and just as the dentist reached into her mouth, she rammed her knee upwards. Bang! Right into the dentist's chin. The dentist couldn't believe it. He stood there, shook his head, and dropped the puller outers. "Great," he said. "I love a fight." As the dentist reached for his hammer, Diane grabbed the drill, switched it on and stuck it straight into the dentist's butt. "Ouch!" screamed the dentist. But that wasn't all. The turning drill grabbed his pants, twisted them in a knot, and gave him the wedgie of the year. Next, Diane grabbed the sucker thing they put in your mouth and pushed it up his nose. The gurgling sound it made was something shocking. Gooberama! At last, but not least, she grabbed the tooth puller outers and snapped them closed on the dentist's kneecap. The scraping sound they made was not unlike fingernails on a blackboard. Poor Mr. Dentist wasn't a well man. In a flash, Diane was gone. As Diane ran down the street, she thought to herself that she had never felt better. She felt free. She felt as if she could run forever, away. And she did. Running away felt great for a while. Fantastic. But only for a while. Soon it became dark, and Diane felt cold and hungry and lonely. But there was no way she was going home. So she hung round the fast food shop and watched other people eat burger or two. She would have killed for a French fry. Later on still, the fast food shop closed, and Diane had to leave. Suddenly, being free felt terrible. She was cold again and scared as well. A nasty-looking man walked past, and Diane jumped back in fright. Where would she go? What would she do? Just then, Diane had the best piece of luck she could have. A Salvation Army lady asked if she could help. Diane explained what had happened, and the lady said there was only one thing to do: ring her mum and dad and explain to them how unhappy she was. They'll be angry at first, warned the lady, but my guess is everything will end up okay. The Salvation Army lady was right. Diane's dad hit the roof when she first rang. "How dare you cause us all this worry?" he screamed. "I didn't think you'd miss me," said Diane. That seemed to throw her dad. He didn't say anything. Diane could almost hear him thinking over the phone. And then softly, "Of course we miss you," said her dad. "What do you mean?" "Well," said Diane, "I hardly ever see you. You're always so busy." Diane's dad started to get angry again. "That's because we're trying to earn money," he yelled, "for food, to feed you and buy you clothes." "I don't want clothes," said Diane. "I just want you to love me." There was another silence, and then her dad started to cry. These days, Diane and her mum and her dad are the best family you could ever find. They muck around together all the time, and the dentist is back in the loony bin where he belongs, which is just as well, because it was only a week later that Diane's mother needed to go too. She'd been on television. You know those things where they ask people in the street what they think of the latest movie? And she got so excited, her false teeth popped out and smashed on the concrete. Diane's mum had never been so embarrassed in all her life. And what was even worse, on the very night it was shown on TV, every single one of her friends were watching. It didn't surprise Diane, because she had rung every single one of them. Hope you enjoyed that one. I will do another one soon. Take care, stay safe.